They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer. Show. Can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTSS, RPG, or maybe even MMO.
Howdy everybody, we're back at it again. It feels like I done did probably like 30 videos on Lucid Adventure, Idle RPG, all in one day. It's probably about 4 videos, but yet and still, we're about to do this and talk about the best acquisition time reduction. What is best acquisition time reduction? Gamer, tell me. Well, I will tell you. We're gonna go ahead, go into this managed party. I think we vaguely brushed over it, but best character in the game, don't care what anybody say, they can eat a dick. Hoens, best character in the game, needs all of your investment. Why? Because of your Hoens gold acquisition time reduction. That minus symbol before that 20 seconds there. And why we need that? It's because we want as much time reduced off of how much gold we get. Because the more time reduced, the faster we get gold. The faster we get gold, the more we can plus our team. The more our team plus, the more stats they get to battle. The more stats they get to battle, the more floors we clear. And that's the object, is to clear as many of them as you can. So why wouldn't you invest in it? I mean, big brain. Let's do it. 200 IQ play right there. Alright, you heard it here first. So, we're going to talk about some of the reductions that you can get from various aspects of the game. I vaguely talked about them before in other videos, but we're going to bring them up. We're going to go all the way back to God's Blessing and to the shop where we have, where it's at. Here we go. This one right here. We're even going to just level it up right now anyway, just to show you how good this is. I'm pump another one in there. How good this is to have. That's extra seconds knocked off. What was that? How many seconds? Well, we are faster now. We're getting the same amount faster. That means we get to level them up faster. Once they pump up so high, then he can pump itself up and all that good stuff. We want that so our team can perform better for us. Alright, so we did say we want to invest into Hoens, and you want to max that out as much as possible. The gold acquisition plus is pretty much the amount of gold that you will receive versus the amount of time that it takes. So this is also good to invest in as well. Then you have your level up cost down rate. So that's the rate that it costs for you to plus your team. So the cost for that goes down. Great investment. Level up cost down. The amount that it costs. That goes down. Then team speed, the amount of speed you have for you to clear levels faster in battle. Now, I didn't personally put a lot of emphasis on the speed, which is still a really good thing that you can invest in. And it's mostly because I was testing things out. Like, I have all the starting characters. I was testing things out, building them, seeing what everybody do so I can get a good grasp of it. Because we're playing blind. We want to really learn from our own gameplay rather than getting spoon-fed everything to us, because then how can I make good content for you guys if I didn't make the mistake first to tell you don't do that, right? Exactly. Then as well as our experience and everything that we get. So we really just looking towards the cost down on our acquisition, because that's what this video is about. Now we do have some of the characters that also have abilities that do the same thing, starting here with Warrior. One of my favorite ones I was looking at on stream the other day, and by the way, if you haven't been to the stream, you should come out. It's pretty random, so you should probably just go there, follow, and turn those notifications on so you can just know when I do a stream. But that's it. Twitch.tv youtube.com/gamerdude2088. It should be on the screen right now somewhere for you to be able to, know to go do that. The link to that will be in the description box below with all of my social media, including my Discord, where my gaming community hangs out and we talk about the games we play and stuff in life, because some of us been knowing each other for years and things like that. So you should come out, hang out, and join and be a part of the community as well. Moving back on. All right, Nag the Hohoans. My favorite ability. Quite a few characters have this ability. We're going to go over it for a little bit, but it's pretty much gold acquisition, time down. That's it. Here's a character that does that. Beautiful, got it. And I believe Warrior gets his at level 13. So once you get him to level 13, you can take that from level 1 all the way to 13 and get 13 seconds. One per level. His is not one of the better ones, but it is one that you could invest into to get that time down. We also have one on Dark, but Dark's takes quite a while to get to, so not exactly the best investment for the cost down, because I believe it's at level 27 here. Yep, like my note said. So 15 seconds at level 27. So that's going to pump up really high, because once you get to level 27, it's going to be at level 1. But it's going to be really expensive to invest all the way into. So that's not something that you would do early game. That would be more to lead to later game. But that doesn't mean he's not a bad investment, because he does got things that give you team and boost and stuff like that as well. So you'll probably end up investing into those. But don't mean you need to make a large investment into him early on, especially because he's going to be replaced anyway. So Sora here also is one that has some good stuff. I believe hers is at level 23, which is another one that is pretty late in the game. It kind of sucks. There is some that you get earlier on, but it's like it kind of sucks that you gotta. Is that it? No, that's not it. It's yeah, here we go, right here. Nag the Ho-Ho, and she has the same skill, but it takes quite time. But it's one of the better ones because, the level you got to do it at, then how much you get and how much it's probably going to scale. She's one of the few. I believe the best one early on is my buddy here, Tempest, Nag the Ho-Hoans. I believe you get his, like, if not level 1, in the first 10 levels at least that much. So his already at minus 60 at level 15. So one of the better ones to have. If you don't have Tempest, I don't know what you're doing. You need to go ahead, purchase him, get him leveled up, probably to 10 to 15, because you don't want to put all your investment into him. You just really want to get this up out of him. Like all the team stuff, all the things in blue usually is something that's going to help benefit your team. And you want to put as much stats into those things in particular as possible, just so your team can perform better. Like even if you're not building that character. Now I like Tempest, but through my experience, he kind of falls off. He's not really as good as Lubu, which you will get later on, but he does do the job early on, even though I did speak highly of him being a ranged DPS, but he was the only physical range DPS until you can get the unlockable characters. So you will be locked at a certain point when in your physical stage not being able to get past because of the airborne enemies being immune to magic. It will be like they'll be reduced. First you'll be like unaffected, then they'll be reduced, and then they'll be completely immune after a while. It sucked. I couldn't do nothing there, and Tempest just wasn't quite doing it because he'll walk in too early, try to kill the air things, and the things on the ground would just wipe him out. So I wasn't able to do it. Wasn't able to do it with him, and had to come back later on to pass it with a different strategy. But overall, having those abilities is great. So he's one of the ones. My favorite one, and I like using this character too, just because she has some really good abilities on her own that helps, and that helps with your team. I use her, but she's not something that's important to use, but an important character because of she got team stuff, team attack, said the team experience, And she has her own little thing with the Hohen's Go acquisition. Only level 15 and minus 105 seconds. 105. Oh my god, gamer, 105. Yes, 105 seconds. Talk about progression through the roof. That's how good she is. Not to mention, if we go over here to her costume gives you 25 seconds. The best that you can get early on in the game. So I 100% recommend buying her early and investing into her at least level 15, just like I have her here, and pumping as much as into that as possible. Buy her costume as well. Number one pick in my book. That's just my opinion. Doesn't matter what anybody else may think, because this is my platform, right? This is my platform. All right. Okay, moving on. Go back here and look at... You know what? I think we made it to the end here. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, because I was like, Lime was the last thing that was in my notes, and there are some other characters that do have some things. I believe maybe one or two. I think that was probably it. Some of the other characters don't have those abilities, but do kind of have support abilities that will be beneficial for your team. Because like I've been saying in the last few videos, every character. So yeah, even he has one. Drip Soup even has one. It doesn't give you much, but it still gives you something. But it's at level 17, so we got a ways to go. So that probably scales pretty decently. But it's like every character has something that is good and that helps provide something for your team overall. So at some point there will be good to have everybody. But I definitely advise into Lime early on. Probably not your first pick. I will agree with a lot of people in the community when they say Oz, just because what she provides. And we'll probably talk about that maybe in the next video or a later video. I'm not sure how I got these videos ordered and when I'm uploading them. But we will talk about her and what makes her so good and why so many people are talking about building her and pumping just a shit ton of resources into her early on. Because if you look at the level differences, she is pumped up quite a bit. My Choco BB is a little bit behind her, and her Hoenns, who I'm hoping to take further soon, but it's getting really expensive and we're not getting as much experience to be able to just pump out into our team. So now we need to really build our teams together and get to that next phase, because we're getting there. We're like, even though we just got into a PvP match, but we're like, yeah, 2,500 here, but 2,700 in one of the other areas, and our progression, I think that's relatively decent. We're on that road to 3K. We just got to flush out a few things, make some more purchases, because I want to just jump into stuff. I want to test some things out and really see what's going on. So once again, I can make better content for you guys to watch. So we're going to end this here. We're not going to take this video any longer than that. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like, you can smash that like button. That helps the channel greatly. And if you don't like it, there's a button for that. That also helps the channel greatly. Subscribe if you're new here, because I would greatly appreciate that even more. Turn those post notifications on, so you can be able to catch these videos when they go live, when they happen, when they see them. You can get all of the power and everything and all my crazy antics. And this is your host, GamerDude2088, and I see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Deuces.